So I have a long history, family history of military service, and so it really started with my grandfather. He was in the Army in World War II, and he served in France and Germany during hostilities. And I really love my grandfather's story. That's where he met my grandmother. So my grandmother was born in Poland, and when she was about 16, 17, she moved to Germany before the war started, and she worked in a hotel, like a hotel restaurant. And she always told me when I was a kid, she remembers the Nazi soldiers being at this restaurant, pictures of Hitler all over the wall, and she left Poland because she wanted to kind of see the world and grow up a little bit, and she was very independent. And so then the war started, and my grandfather, he was a soldier over there, and that's where they met. And so fortunately he was in the military, or else I don't think I'd be here.
My father was a United States Air Force veteran. I have a brother who is a United States Army veteran. On my husband's side, I actually have his grandfather, his father were in the Navy, and his uncle was a Tuskegee Airman who was actually killed in action. I appreciate their sacrifices to protect us, to make us safe here in this nation, and affords us the opportunities to be able to live free, right? And I appreciate that.
One of the best experiences, like I said, going to different ports, seeing different parts of the world. One of my fondest memories, this might sound cheesy, but I visited the Seychelles, which are these islands north of Madagascar, and they have these giant tortoises that live there. And when I was a kid, I was obsessed with like turtles. And they had these tortoises like 500 pounds, the size of, they're just huge. And I got to hand feed them, just like fruit they're eating out of my hand. And I was like a little kid. If I was a 3-year-old doing that, I would have died on the spot. And I was just overjoyed. It was awesome.
My grandfather, my mom's father, was in the Army and was actually killed in action in March of '45, just before the war ended. And then his son, my Uncle Bob, my mom's brother, he enlisted in the Navy, and then my dad was in the Navy. And generation after generation, my brothers, my older brother went in the Navy. I went in the Marine Corps, and my little brother went in the Marine Corps. And then both of my sons served in the service. I've got 3 grandsons, and 4 actually, and I hope that they all serve.
At some point, military service was something I wanted to do. West Point came around, they recruited me to play softball, and I didn't exactly want to go at first, and then kind of worked my way into going, and I got to, best of both worlds, I got to play softball in college, which was a goal I had from being very little. If you ask my mom, she'd be like, that's all I ever talked about was going to college to play softball. And then the military academy allowed me a path to also serve in the military.
Veterans are the backbone of this country.